Where do we even begin? Hey guys, it's been a while, hasn't it? Well, as promised, I said I'd make the video on where the hell I've been and, give you an update on what's what. And, well, today, you're finally going to get to see it. Sorry it took so long, but this has been a long time coming and I've been putting it off for the longest time. But now, we're finally going to get to it. So, like I said, where do I start? I guess I should start off on where I've been for the past 3 or 4 years. Can't even remember the last time I even uploaded. That's pretty bad. And if you saw by I guess you could say recent uploads, because it's never been consistent, and the quality content isn't there. It's just random filler content that I've been doing just to try and stay relevant. Because truth be told, the channel future is up in the air right now, but I kind of more or less have an idea of what I want to do with it. But I guess we'll get to that later, because right now I really need to tell you where I've been for the past 3 years. So as y'all know, I moved out a long time ago from my parents' house and lived with my significant other for past 3 or 4 years. But things don't always go as you plan, and sometimes life hits you hard and you just don't know how to deal with it. I mean, living on my own it's opened my eyes, to how hard it really is, because I actually wasn't ready. She was the one who pressured me to move in, but I'm kind of glad she did, because I would have never known that, hey, I can do this on my own, And I say on my own because there actually wasn't little to no help. But, living with, you never know how you're going to react once you actually live with someone. I was able to pay the bills, on my own. I was able to get almost everything that you saw in every video that I showed off. I still have some of those. The one thing I did lose a lot of though was my equipment. Yeah, after COVID hit, it was hard to, find work. I mean, I went from job to job. I even went back to my old job at Wendy's, and then I found a really good paying job, but the workload was insane. I was just so desperate to find something else. And, thankfully I have found something else, and that's where I'm currently at right now. And it's great. I'm doing what I love to do. I love working with kids and I love cooking. So, God willing, I'll be able to pursue that career and, actually make a better living out of it, maybe turn pro someday. But finding the time to get this channel organized is going to take a while. So just bear with me, because like I said, I need to get all my equipment back, because I've lost my, not lost. Yeah, it feels like a loss. I had to sell I had to sell part of my rig, because if you look here, this is all that I'm left with. And I don't even know if I have the the USB connector for the Bluetooth keyboard anymore. My TV broke. I had to sell my wheel stand, my shifter, my pedals. The only thing I have down there is a button box and what is it? I guess it's a Pro Race 2. Yeah, it's a rev indicator and it shows telemetry data. Thankfully, I still have the rig and the chair. So I don't even know if it's going to be compatible with, what I plan to get, but we'll get into that later. And I don't even have my cameras anymore. I had to sell both my cameras just to make ends meet. I had to sell my microphone, everything, almost everything that I went. And y'all remember my last music video, right? I called it Last Bite. That's the reason why I had to sell the iPad too, because again, I was getting little to no help and I had to make ends meet, But now I have a house. Thankfully I was able to get a house. It's nothing new. I'm renting it out for now, but it's a place to live, And this new job has helped me get back on my feet financially. God willing, next year I'll be able to, invest more into the YouTube channel, invest in the hobbies, and then hopefully showcase the hobbies here and, hopefully make good content out of that. Getting back on my feet is going to take a while, but like I said, bear with me, please. I have a lot of great plans for this channel. But first off, I have to work on myself. I really need to find out what I want to do with my life. If I want to, get back into a relationship, if, who I want to spend it with, get my affairs in order with, people I care about, and still have them in my life, so that way they know I'm okay, spend more time with my family, and just ultimately just, finding myself, And not to mention, I have big plans for this house right now. And slowly but surely, I'm gonna start showing the progress. And it's a fixer. It's not a fixer upper, but it could use some work. I mean, it doesn't even have central air, and it is bombing hot in Texas right now. Thankfully, it's already fall, but it's deep South Texas. This is a tropical climate. We hardly even have cool weather, except for the freeze of 2021. Yeah, I plan to show off the room in a little bit, but let's start getting into the future of the channel, which God willing will be a multi-niche channel. Now I know a lot of people, a lot of YouTuber pros will say no, stick to one niche. I feel like I can do a lot more because I want to broaden the horizon. I have a lot of creative ideas up here. I have a lot of motivation to do what I want to do for the channel. But like I said, starting small, God willing, next year. Now I'm repeating myself like I always do. And that's because I have a fucking script in front of me. We'll start off one by one. I really want to do vlogs again. I miss doing that. I miss showing off, the day-to-day life of what it's like to live down here in the valley. And that's another thing that I want to do is show off what it is like to live here in the valley. Showing, basically putting the 956 on the map. I'm sure maybe some of y'all have heard, the saying, puro pinche 956. That's just the area code where we're from. It's a representation of us, who we are as Latinos down here in what's practically Mexico. I want to show off what it's like to live down here, show off what the valley has to offer, and that it's not just, just basically another side of Mexico, because Mexico in itself is already a great country. Granted, it's ridden with crime right now, with cartels and all that. That's why I'm glad I live here. But it's not all bad, and I want to show people that this is a great place to live. I want to conduct interviews with the local businesses, hopefully promote them. Give back to my community. I mean, I moved back to my neighboring hometown where I went to schooling. Lyford, Texas. I'm from Sebastian, which is the neighboring town where I'm originally from. But living in Lyford, it's a bit bigger, but not by much. Anyway, that's my plans for vlogs. And of course, gaming is another one that I plan to do because I love to play video games, and I want to share that passion with you, as I'm sure a lot of other content creators do with with their gaming. They want to showcase how they play, their play styles, all that good stuff. I want to play competitively, and I really want to play more streams, and more consistent uploads, better editing. That's all going to come with time, but that's one of the things that I hope to do with the gaming niche. Next one is actually the music niche. I really don't know how to use anything other than the iPad Pro, which GarageBand, which is funny because I'm not too iOS savvy. The only thing is iPad iOS savvy. And do I want to take the time and the money to learn how to use something off of Windows? Maybe I do. But for now, I plan to just get another iPad and just play off of GarageBand, play around with it more a little, and develop my song styles. Because if y'all heard the other ones that I've had previously in the other channel, they were a mix and an homage. The last one that I uploaded was actually an original composition that I had made, because I had the idea going for a long time. I played it constantly off my keyboard, which I sold too, and I finally put it into a song, and it came to fruition. I thought it was great, and I really want to continue that again, because my dad always told me that I have the talent for music. I don't know why I don't showcase it. I always tell him, no, dude, Dad, I'm not gonna be living your music dream through me. He doesn't even have that dream. His dream was to play pro baseball, and that ship sailed a long time ago for me. But the one sport I do love to play is golf, because that one isn't as physically demanding, but it does take a lot out of you. And if y'all remember my other channel, Courts Golfing, that one is up in the air. I still have the Instagram, but I don't know if I'm gonna give content to that one specifically, because running 2 channels is a hassle. I don't know, or multiple channels. I don't know how the hell people do it. Kudos to y'all if y'all have the time, the resources, and the money to do that. I guess money counts in resources too. But I might just, might get the channel over here and just do my regular uploads here. So that way, again, I want to broaden the horizon, have a wider audience and appeal to more demographics as well. Mainly for the golfing one, I just want to show a lot of love to the lefties because that's what I am. And everybody who's a lefty golfer knows it is extremely hard to find lefty clubs at an affordable price. But as of recent, there's been a lot of mom and pop or small golf companies that have come out, such as Lazarus Golf and Tacomo Golf, Tour Edge, that is gaining a lot more mainstream popularity. But, and I need to see which clubs I'm going to be using in the near future. Right now I'm using Pure Lazarus and the older clubs that I've had since 2018. I plan to do equipment reviews, show my golfing progress, and hopefully compete someday. Because my main goal right now is to play competitive golf and make a living off of it. That's my main goal right now, and it's gonna be tough. But push-ups, sit-ups, plenty of juice, and maybe if I save some money, I'll be able to do that. But who knows? Now the final niche that I want to talk about is sim racing. As y'all know, I put a few sim racing videos up, but they were never really serious, showing the progress and all that. I mean, I did 2 episodes of sim racing practice chat or SRPC, and those didn't really go all that well because I had no script. I had the idea, but it was all over the place. Kind of like this video. But as y'all saw from earlier in the video, I need to build back the rig. I don't even know how I'm gonna get a different rig because this is a wheel stand and a seat adapter with the RS9 seat from GT Omega. Am I gonna get a proper cockpit? I don't know. Am I gonna get an 80/20 profile rig? I don't know. And more importantly, what the hell am I gonna drive on? Am I gonna go direct drive? Because those are a lot. But as of recent, we've seen a lot of direct drive wheels that are coming out on the market now. We got the ones from Moza Racing. Fanatec came out with their CSL DD and DD Pro. There's another one I can't remember. It's off the top of my head. I'll probably put it right here. I think it starts with a C or something. And Logitech just released their G Pro wheel, which is very pricey, but honestly, it looks like the one I'm leaning towards right now because I'm just a big Logitech fanboy. I mean, I've got a Logitech keyboard, I got the G502, I've got my Pro headset, I've got the mouse pad from them, I got Logitech speakers. I plan to stick with that for a long time. And it all ties into each other, but I need to practice more, I need to show that off, and God willing, I'll do competitive racing. Honestly, I think what all boils down to is just competing, showing off what you're capable of, your skills and all that. Because if basically I'm looking off the script here, almost every niche that I'm looking at has competition written on it. I just want to show what I can do and maybe make a living off YouTube. But like I said, right now, golf is the first big one that I want to focus on. Sim racing is the second, and gaming is the third. I don't know if sim racing and gaming tie in together because maybe they're 2 separate genres, but they're basically playing a video game in your room. But for money and stuff like that, and for glory and fame and all that good stuff. So guys, that's more or less where I've been and what I plan to do with the channel. Hopefully I'll be able to deliver on these promises. But to all of my subscribers that have stuck around this long and wondering where the hell I've been, thank y'all so much for y'all's patience. And I really hope to pay it back. Show that your patience will be rewarded. And I hope to not just to be another guy with a YouTube channel and a camera, because I don't even have a camera right now. I'm going off of my iPhone 13 Pro, which I got and I absolutely love. No plans on getting the 14. And my Logitech headset that I'm using right now, because I actually wanted to get some decent audio, and it's going to take a long time to edit this, but it'll be worth it. I have a couple hours before I need to go to bed because I got to get up at 5 in the morning. But again, thank y'all guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to look out for more content soon. I hope to deliver on these promises. This is Cesar Cortez, out.